Melania Trump wears a $1,380 red plaid shirt from Balmain to harvest vegetables alongside local students in the White House gardens, and even models matching gloves. Melania Trump is known for making a glamorous appearance wherever she goes, but on Friday the First Lady got her hands dirty while doing a bit of gardening at the White House, while still refusing to sacrifice her love of high-end fashion. The 47-year-old spent the afternoon getting her hands dirty harvesting vegetables with students from the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Washington, D.C. in the White House kitchen garden, which was started by former First Lady Michelle Obama, wearing what appeared to be a very casual ensemble of jeans, sneakers, and a fall-appropriate plaid shirt. Ever the dedicated fashion fan, however, Melania's seemingly simple shirt was actually a $1,380 designer piece from high-end label Balmain, a far cry from the budget-friendly flannel shirts most people would choose for a day of gardening. The former model paired her high-end shirt with a pair of navy blue trousers, simple blue sneakers, designer shades, and, of course, matching red gardening gloves. Although the temperature in DC was in the low 80s, Melania looked as cool as cucumber in her long-sleeve top. Melania also opted to wear her highlighted brown hair down and loose around her shoulders. Ahead of the event, the First Lady's office said the group was expected to harvest arugula, peas, radishes, and Swiss chard while planting cabbage, cauliflower, turnips, carrots, kale, spinach and lettuce. Most would assume Melania didn't do too much gardening when she and President Trump lived in New York City, but she looked right at home while working alongside the children. Photos from the day see Melania bent over as she picked peppers and placed them in a large white wicker basket that she carried with her spare hand. Melania did a little bit of everything, including using a garden trowel to dig up the earth and plant new vegetables. After she was done, she used a watering can to water the new plants. As First Lady, Melania seems to be happiest when working with children, and Friday was no exception. She had a bright smile on her face as she posed with the students, and at one point she threw her arm around one girl's shoulders. It's Melania's first event in the garden that Michelle Obama had made a key part of her Let's Move campaign to fight childhood obesity and promote healthy eating. The former First Lady said last year she hoped the garden would symbolize a healthier nation and that future first families would also cherish it. Earlier this week, Melania made sure all eyes were on her when she donned hot pink to condemn bullying during her speech at the United Nations luncheon on Wednesday. The 47-year-old First Lady stood out in a neon wool coat while addressing the spouses of other world leaders, among others, during a lunch held at the U.S. mission to the United Nations in New York. Melania's $2,950 coat from Del Pizzo featured voluminous sleeves and a matching wool belt that cinched her waist. She paired the simple, yet elegant, coat with matching hot pink pumps and minimal jewelry as she let the standout color of her ensemble speak for itself. Melania appeared to be wearing only 2 diamond bands on her ring finger as she took the stage at the luncheon. Her highlighted brown hair was styled in loose waves around her shoulders, and she modeled natural-looking makeup to avoid taking away from her statement coat. Not everyone was a fan of her fashion-forward look though. Melania's bold ensemble caused quite the stir on Twitter, as critics compared her coat to everything from a pink garbage bag to a neon tent. Fox News went on to report that Melania was the victim of cyberbullies following the online criticism of her dress. However, most viewers only saw her outfit from one angle, and the voluminous coat looked more flattering on the First Lady when she stepped away from the podium. Melania looked poised as she called on world leaders to better protect children and lead by moral example in rare public remarks. The mother of one, who has an 11-year-old son, Barron, with President Trump, said adults must teach children not to engage in bullying while warning that kids are keen observers of their actions. By our own example we must teach children to be good stewards of the world that they will inherit, she said. We must remember that they are watching and listening, so we must never miss an opportunity to teach life's many ethical lessons along the way. The First Lady also invoked the Bible's golden rule, saying, "As adults we are not merely responsible, we are accountable." I hope you will join me in recommitting ourselves to teaching the next generation to live by and honor the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them unto you.